Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another amazing episode brought to you by Games Glitches. In today's episode, we're gonna take a look at opening underground caches during PTS 1.4. The reason why I'm doing this is I obtained all these caches without ever opening one from the very beginning with having or no gear score. So the very first cache that I obtained, I don't know which one it is. If it could be any one of these, honestly. So what the first underground cache that I obtained basically had no gear. Now the current maximum gear score is now 229. It's been changed from the live version, like the best gear possible is 229 gear set, and green and yellow gear is on kind of both on 229 sets. But that's a whole different story, ladies and gentlemen. Within this episode, what we're gonna do is we're going to open up all the caches and see if the gear score affects at the moment of cache that you open at or at the moment that you got the cache at. The way we'll kind of determine this, we can't really determine this based on how many Phoenix credits or resources or money, because it always just says one resource when you gain an underground cache. But so we're gonna see if I'm gonna pull out something low level, and if I do, that means that I obtained that at a much lower level. I'm sorry for talking, but I just want to explain what's the point behind this. This is PTS, and I'm trying to experiment all the mechanics. We're also, unfortunately, I don't have really anybody to try this with, but I will later to see if time still affects the gear that when you open it, and most likely it still does. In any case, so let's get on with opening the caches. The very first cache, we obtain Nomad 229. Please don't think that Nomad is shit. Nomad now is one of the amazing gear pieces. It's one of the best gears to use when you're especially soloing. There's a whole different video for that. They said this one we're opening caches. Now let's see what's behind door number 2, 204. Now, ladies and gentlemen, so far we have actually proven the fact that at the level that you still get the cache at, with the current gear score that you got the cache at, is determines the item of the cache inside. We'll just continue opening these items with 182 gear score inside with a final measure. Because I have maximum gear score, I should be always getting 229 gear. And as I said, I was getting this recently, and I think I only got 2-3 caches with 229 gear sets. So most of these should be low level, as you guys could see right now, as I'm opening them up. If Nice, that's the second 229. Third 229, and I believe there was one more, should be another 229, and there is our last 229. So ladies and gentlemen, this experiment, for your leisure, for your own statistics, use it as you will, proves that still to this point that the moment that you enter the moment that you obtain your underground gear at is the moment is being determined by your gear score. So my highest recommendation is that you try to max out your gear score before you enter underground, not to waste any underground caches. Again, this is my personal opinion. Take it or leave it. Also, what I've noticed, they allow you to unlock your abilities much easier now. Unlocking all of them now is extremely easy, but that's a whole separate video. I hope you guys enjoying my 374 DPS pistol right there. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this nice little test, and I'll see you in the next PTS 1.4 patch video on more details on the changes and what's staying and what's going. Thank you all again for tuning in to another wonderful episode brought to you by Games Glitches. If you have any questions, any problems, any suggestions, any glitches that you want to show on this channel, please leave a comment below and I'll definitely try to, well, answer you or at least reply in one form or another. Unless it's a troll comment, then I'm sorry, I kinda get thousands of those a day, so I tend to ignore them. But if you have a legitimate concern, please feel free to leave a comment and I'll definitely try to help you out. Thank you all again for checking out my channel. If you enjoyed this nice little episode, please click like, please click subscribe, and I'll see you in the next Division Glitch video.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out.